Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Singleplayer-Projekt. Ich habe mir rausgesucht Stories, The Path of Destinies, einem Rollenspiel, was ein wenig lustig sein soll. Ja, lasst euch nicht ablenken. Ich habe schon einen Aufnahmeversuch gemacht, der nicht so gut gelaufen ist.
Plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows. She rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. But then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Renato had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Mutig und dumm. Ja, lange Ladezeiten. Selbst beim Start. Ich weiß nicht, warum. Was er die ganze Zeit tut.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. Sorry, kid, Renato told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Renato had to run after him.
Mit dem Buch. Ha, jetzt kann ich alles klar drücken. Da war mein letztes Problem. Beschütze Peter, aktuelles Ziel. Alles klar.
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner. Which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Renato said. They cocked their heads at him. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, didn't come out right. For the Emperor!
Ja,
the
ist
ravens
selbst fertig.
cawed and rushed at him.
Easy. Auf ihn zeigen und kontern oder zu ihm hinwischen? Von Haus aus ein Erkunder. Erstmal gucken, ob es irgendwas zu looten gibt. Obwohl das ja eher das Tutorial ist.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
Okay.
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the skyship docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere, and neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Renato going to get a hero sword?
Guck mal. Hier kriegt man bestimmt ein Heldenschwert.
Ore and wind essence? That sounds about right. I'll need a workshop. Perfect.
Schwertschmiedemenü. Hier kannst du mächtige Zauberschwerter schmieden und aufrüsten. Sammle aus den Kisten, die du ganz Boreas findest, die nötigen Materialien. Alles klar, kriegen wir hin. Aktuelles Level und Spezialkraft. Bla bla bla. Weiter. Aus den Materialien, drücke auf
A hero sword. QED.
Naja. Okay, ob das jetzt so anders aussieht.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renato's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid.
Na toll.
He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you. Cute, said Renato. Ah, oh, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How'd he done it? Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
Ach, Fähigkeiten. Wenn du ein Level weiterkommst, dann erhältst du auch einen Fähigkeitenpunkt. Du kannst sie an den Altären von Boreas ausgeben, um neue Fähigkeiten freizuschalten oder die vorhandenen zu verbessern. Okay, es gibt 4 Fähigkeitsstufen. Je mehr Wahrheiten du aufdeckst, desto mehr Stufen schaltest du frei. Okay, Fähigkeiteninfo. Und da sehe ich meine Punkte. Den Haken wollen wir.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kessel run in 12 furlongs. So the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! But the kid ran for it. And a goggler nailed him with its eye-beam. The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it, why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Renato picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Yay!
What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Renato yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind it, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. "Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life!" it called. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper.
Ha! Ach so, okay. Wir sind jetzt an einem Entscheidungspunkt. Ha! Beginnt aber.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
Dim, 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 dim.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Juwelenfassung. Dies ist das Juwelenfassungsmenü. Hier kannst du mächtige Juwelen ausrüsten, die sowohl deine Angriffs- als auch deine Verteidigungsfähigkeiten verbessern. Yay! Dein Handschuh hat 3 Taschen, in die du deine Juwelen stecken kannst. Wähle eine davon, um deine Juwelen zu sehen. Jedes Juwel hat 3 Level und seine Wirksamkeit wächst mit jedem Level. Logisch. Findest du ein Juwel, das du bereits hast, wird das Level des Juwels erhöht. Ah, du findest die Juwelen in den Kisten, die uns wenn du Glück hast. Ich habe noch keine Idee. Extrakt habe ich schon mal, aber noch kein Klinge der Lehrer. Winterturm. Feuersturm. Stufe Level 1. Sieh hammermäßig aus. Okay. Nächste Stufe erlaubt es auch, sich selbst zu heilen. Aber dafür brauchen wir noch wenig mehr Kram.
Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought.
Oh, oh. Sollte ich vielleicht einfach mal abspringen?
People were frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Renato had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the ravens caw about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice. Renato's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
Der Kommentator muss aber auch immer was zu sagen haben. Also, dafür braucht man ein anderes Schwert. Ah. Ja, da ich wahrscheinlich noch nicht wieder Punkte habe, macht der Altar wenig Sinn.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advanced guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
The Mad Hatter. Ja, ich habe übrigens, falls ihr euch wundert, das Spiel auf Deutsch gestellt, aber es gibt scheinbar nur deutschen Text, keine deutsche Synchro. Von daher müsst ihr wohl oder übel lesen. Während ich dem bekloppten Leser, dem Erzähler, vorher muss. Da ist was. Wow! Feuerextrakt, Windextrakt und Erz. 6-mal sogar. Achso, von hier kamen wir. Quasi. Gesundheit können wir nicht gebrauchen. Ich weiß gar nicht, warum er die überhaupt aufhebt, wenn wir.
Renato felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that. It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Ja, du wiederholst dich. Aua, ist erstmal getroffen worden. Ah! knapp verkackt. Ja, jetzt könnte ich so ein paar Äpfel gebrauchen.
Renato felt a chill run down his back. Or possibly a flea.
Genau sowas. Oh, Erz. Ja, da habe ich jetzt nicht das richtige Schwert für. Aber da ist eine große Kiste hinter.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
Jetzt kommst du mir mit dem Level ab. Kann ich zurückgehen? Ja, ich kann zurückgehen. Oh, jetzt kann ich auch was auswählen. So. Und haben wir ja perfekter Schlag. Langsame nach einem erfolgreichen Angriff bis zu deiner nächsten Aktion die Zeit. Ruhe dich aus und plane deine nächste Aktion. Okay. Abwehr eines Angriffs übt nun Schaden aus. Cool. Steigere deine maximale Gesundheit. Laufe schneller. Wir nehmen erstmal mehr Gesundheit.
He'd missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like he was at a reunion.
Eine Wiedervereinigung. Erz. Lohnt sich die Dinger kaputt zu machen. Bevor wir hier weitermachen, fällt mir gerade ein. Es ist Ende der Folge. Ich bedanke mich für eure Aufmerksamkeit. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Bis dahin, schaut in meine anderen Videos und bis dahin viel Spaß. Bye bye.